How to Justin Trudeau history-heavy black heart.
Born in Ottawa, Trudeau attended college GMD bBautiful, graduated from McGill University in 1994 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Literature, then in 1998 acquired a Bachelor of Education degree from the University of British Columbia. After graduating he taught French, Humanities, Math and Drama at the secondary school level in Vancouver. Initially relocating back to Montreal in 2002 to further his studies, advocacy work related to youth and environmental issues would be his primary focus, serving as chair for the youth charity Trudeauime and as director of the not-for-profit Canadian Avalanche Association. In 2006, he was appointed as chair of the Liberal Party's task force on youth renewal. After a successful campaign during the 2008 federal election, he was elected to represent the riding of Papineau in the House of Commons. He served as the Liberal Party's official opposition critic for youth and multiculturalism in 2009, and the following year he became critic for citizenship and immigration. In 2011, he was appointed as a critic for secondary education and sport. Trudeau won the leadership of the Liberal Party in April 2013 and led his party to victory in the 2015 federal election, moving the third-placed Liberals from 36 seats to 184 seats. The largest ever numerical increase by a party in a Canadian federal election. As Prime Minister, major government initiatives he undertook during his first term include legalizing recreational marijuana through the Cannabis Act, attempting Senate appointment reform by establishing the Independent Advisory Board for Senate appointments and establishing the federal carbon tax, while grappling with ethics investigations concerning the Aga Khan affair and later, the SNC-Lavalin affair. In foreign policy, Trudeau's government negotiated trade deals such as the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement (USMCA) and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, and signed the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. Trudeau led the Liberals to consecutive minority governments in the 2019 and 2021 federal elections. During his second term, he confronted the COVID-19 pandemic in Canada, announced an assault-style weapons ban in response to the 2020 Nova Scotia attacks, and was cleared of wrongdoing during a third ethics investigation surrounding the We Charity scandal. In foreign policy, he led Canada's failed 2020 bid on temporary membership of the United Nations Security Council.
How to early life Justin Trudeau.
Yes, sure. On June 23, 1971, the Prime Minister's office, MO, announced that Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau's wife of 4 months, the former Margaret Sinclair, was pregnant and due in December. Justin Trudeau was born on Christmas Day 1971 at 9:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Ottawa Civic Hospital. He is the second child in Canadian history to be born to a Prime Minister in office. The first was John A. Macdonald's daughter Margaret Mary Theodora Macdonald, February 8, 1869–January 28, 1933. Trudeau's younger brothers Alexander, Sacha, born December 25, 1973, and Michelle, October 2, 1975–November 13, 1998, were the third and fourth. Trudeau is predominantly of Scottish and French-Canadian descent. His grandfathers were businessman Charles Emil Trudeau and Scottish-born James Sinclair, who served as Minister of Fisheries in the cabinet of Prime Minister Louis St. Laurent. Trudeau's maternal great-grandfather Thomas Bernard was born in Makassar, Indonesia and immigrated to Penticton, British Columbia, in 1906 at age 15 with his family. Through the Bernard family, kinsmen of the Earls of Bandon, Trudeau is the fifth great-grandson of Major General William Farquhar, a leader in the founding of modern Singapore. Trudeau also has remote ethnic Malaccan and Nayas ancestry. Margaret Trudeau with Pat Nixon holding Justin at Rideau Hall in Ottawa on April 14, 1972. Trudeau was baptized with his father's niece Andrew Lodonis as godmother and his mother's brother-in-law Thomas Walker as godfather at Ottawa's Notre Dame Basilica on the afternoon of January 16, 1972, which marked his first public appearance. On April 14, 1972, Trudeau's father and mother hosted a gala at the National Arts Centre, at which visiting U.S. President Richard Nixon said, "I'd like to toast the future Prime Minister of Canada, to Justin Pierre Trudeau," to which Pierre Elliott Trudeau responded that should his son ever assume the role, he hoped he would have the grace and skill of the president. Earlier that same day, U.S. First Lady Pat Nixon had come to see him in his nursery to deliver a gift, a stuffed toy Snoopy, Nixon's White House audio tapes later revealed Nixon referred to that visit as wasting 3 days up there. That trip we needed like a hole in the...
How to University and early career Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau has a Bachelor of Arts degree in Literature from McGill University and a Bachelor of Education degree from the University of British Columbia. In his first year at McGill, Trudeau became acquainted with his future Principal Secretary, Gerald Butts, through their mutual friend, Jonathan Ablett. Butts invited Trudeau to join the McGill Debating Union. They bonded while driving back to Montreal after a debate tournament at Princeton University, in which the Princeton team included Ted Cruz, who would go on to be elected a U.S. Senator for Texas in 2013 and be candidate for the U.S. Republican Party's presidential nomination in 2016. After graduation, Trudeau stayed in Vancouver, where he became a substitute teacher at local schools such as Killarney Secondary and worked permanently as a French and math teacher at the private West Point Grey Academy. He became a roommate at the Douglas Lodge with fellow West Point Grey Academy faculty member and friend Christopher Ingvelson. From 2002 to 2004, he studied engineering at the École Polytechnique de Montréal, affiliated with Université de Montréal. He started a master's degree in environmental geography at McGill, but withdrew from the program to seek public office. In August 2000, Justin Trudeau attended the Kokonie Summit in Creston, British Columbia, to raise funds in honor of his brother Michel Trudeau and other avalanche victims. After the event, an unsigned editorial in the Creston Valley Advance, a local newspaper, accused Trudeau of having groped an unnamed female reporter while at the music festival. The editorial stated Trudeau provided a day-late apology to the reporter, saying, "If I had known he were reporting for a national paper, I never would have been so forward." In 2018, Trudeau was questioned about the groping incident, but said he did not remember any negative incident from that time. His apology and later statement about the event have been described as hypocritical, while responses to the story have been described as a witch hunt or non-story. Quick Facts external video. In October 2000, Trudeau, then 28, emerged as a prominent figure after delivering a eulogy at his father's state funeral. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC, received numerous calls to rebroadcast the speech after its initial transmission, and leading Quebec politician Claude Ryan described it as perhaps the first manifestation of a dynasty. A book issued by the CBC in 2003 included the speech in its list of significant Canadian events from the past 50 years. In 2007, Trudeau starred in the two-part CBC television miniseries The Great War, which gave an account of Canada's participation in the First World War. He portrayed his fifth cousin, twice removed, Major Talbot Mercer Papineau, who was killed on October 30, 1917, during the Battle of Passchendaele. Trudeau is one of several children of former prime ministers who have become Canadian media personalities. The others are Ben Mulroney, son of Brian Mulroney, Catherine Clark, daughter of Joe Clark, and Trudeau's younger brother, Alexander. Ben Mulroney was a guest at Trudeau's wedding.
Thank you your information. Next part wait.